Hey there, book lovers. Have you ever thought about creating a space where you can completely lose yourself in the pages of your favorite book? Like, a little sanctuary just for you? Imagine curling up with a cup of tea, a soft blanket, and diving into your latest read. Sounds dreamy, right? Well, today, we're going to turn that dream into reality. Welcome back to Delia's studio, where we turn ordinary spaces into extraordinary places. Stick with me because by the end of this video, you'll have all the inspiration you need to create a cozy reading nook that'll make you never want to leave home again. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Let's start with the vibe. A good reading nook isn't just about a chair and a bookshelf, it's about creating an experience. So here's the big question. What's your reading vibe? Are you the type who loves a bright and airy corner filled with natural light? Or do you prefer something moody, with dim lighting and lots of warm textures? Think about it. Your vibe will set the tone for everything else, from the furniture to the decor. Let's start with the bright and airy lovers. Picture this, a sunny corner by a large window, soft white curtains that flutter with the breeze, a comfy armchair. Maybe even one of those trendy egg chairs, and a small table for your tea or coffee. Doesn't that just sound like the perfect way to start your morning? And for my moody nook fans, think darker tones. A velvet armchair in a deep green or navy, a little vintage lamp with a warm glow, and shelves filled with books and maybe a candle or two flickering. It's like your personal little escape into another world. Now, where should your nook live? You don't need a huge house or even a dedicated room to make this work. Some of the best nooks come out of unexpected spaces. Do you have an awkward corner in your living room that's been begging for some love? What about that spot under the stairs that's just collecting dust? Or maybe you've been eyeing the attic or a closet and wondering if it could be transformed. Trust me, it can. One of my favorite ideas is window seats. If you have a bay window or even just a regular one, adding a bench, some cushions, and a few throw pillows can create a magical little space. It's cozy, it's functional, and it looks straight out of a Pinterest board. If you're working with a smaller space, don't worry, you're not left out. A little armchair, a floating shelf for books, and a floor lamp can do wonders even in the tightest spots. It's all about maximizing what you've got. Alright, let's talk comfort. Because if your reading nook isn't comfy, are you even going to use it? The chair or seat is probably the most important element. You want something that's soft but supportive, and ideally big enough to curl up in. If you're a fan of lounging, a chaise or even a daybed might be your perfect fit. And don't forget about the layers. Think fluffy throws, oversized cushions, and even a footrest to make things extra cozy. Bonus points if you pick fabrics that are soft to the touch. It'll make you want to stay there for hours. And here's a little pro tip: if your space allows, add a small ottoman or poof. It's perfect for kicking up your feet or even doubling as a mini table for your book and coffee. Now let's light up your reading nook. Literally. Lighting can make or break the mood. If you've got natural light, make the most of it. Place your nook near a window and use sheer curtains to diffuse the light softly. For evening reading sessions, you'll need something warmer and cozier. Table lamps and floor lamps are classic choices, but have you considered string lights? They add such a whimsical touch, especially if you drape them around your shelves or over a curtain rod. And don't underestimate candles. Not only do they look beautiful, but a candle with a subtle scent can really enhance the whole reading experience. Just make sure they're in a safe spot. We don't want any book-burning accidents here. Here comes the fun part, adding your personal flair. A reading nook should feel like you, so don't be afraid to get creative. Stack books in a way that shows off your personality. Rainbow color-coded, vintage classics, or even just your current reads. Decorate with things you love, like a small plant, framed art, or even a quirky mug that's always ready for tea or coffee. And if you're a fan of themes, go all in. Maybe a seaside vibe with blues and whites, or a cottagecore aesthetic with floral prints and rustic accents. Oh, and don't forget a little side table or shelf to keep everything within arm's reach. There's nothing worse than getting comfy and realizing your book or drink is too far away. So, there you have it. Your ultimate guide to creating a dreamy reading nook. Now, I'm curious, what's your vibe going to be? Bright and airy? Dark and moody? Or maybe a mix of both? Let me know in the comments below because I'd love to hear your ideas. And if you've already created a reading nook, share your photos with us on Instagram and tag Delia's Studio. Who knows, you might just inspire someone else. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, subscribe for more creative content, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Until next time, happy reading and happy creating.